Alright, so today we're out and about, me and Keenan. We actually found his GTO, an engine, earlier this week. Today's Wednesday. I think we must have found it on Sunday. We're going to head out. It's actually up in North Denver, like probably an hour north of Denver in Frederick. It's a LS2 out of an 07 Vette. Sorry if it's shaky, I have my arm resting on the door. Got 40,000 miles on it, so it's still pretty fresh. Apparently the Vette was rear-ended. That's the story behind this Vette that it came out of. And there's a couple things we'll have to do to it to you know, fit it into the GTO. One of the minor thing is buying a Lingenfelter box, which basically translates the 58 tooth reluctor wheel down to it tricks the GTO's computer into thinking that it's a 24 wheel reluctor, which is what that car came with and what that computer is used to seeing. So that's the cheapest way to do it, is just buy the Lingenfelter box. It's another point of failure, but it's a pretty durable piece. Lots of people use them, and I don't think we're gonna have any issues out of it. Other than that, we're kind of looking at maybe buying a flywheel for, you know, while he's got the engine out, go ahead and doing a clutch, and then when we get the engine back tonight, which will be a later video, probably for you guys it'll only be like 30 seconds after this, but probably go ahead and pull the heads off. And he's thinking he's going to send those to Texas Speed, have them ported, polished, and all new valves and valve seats put in it, which would basically refresh the whole top end completely, which is you know, pretty much what I just did to my LS2. Only difference being is he has the 243 heads and the L92 heads are on mine, but same idea. Having them freshened up. I didn't have mine ported, however I only had mine polished, so he's gonna have some CNC porting done, and you know, he'll be looking at 100 extra horsepower. He can go roast tires off, so he's excited. You probably can't beat, he's not smiling right now, but you know, all day today at work he pretty much couldn't beat the smile off his face. He's just like, oh man, we're about to go get an LS2 today. So yeah, it's good. You know, anybody that's ever got to go get a new engine for their car, and that wasn't a daily, that wasn't a boring Tempo or Ford Focus or something like that, then, you know, when it's your hot rod and it's something that you enjoy driving on the weekends, and it's down, you got to drive by it every day to work or walk past it to get to your daily, and it's a real kick in the balls. So yeah, he's excited, needless to say, and I'm excited for him. So yeah, we're gonna head up. Emergency vehicle. We're gonna head up to Frederick, take some back roads. It's kind of an ugly day today. It's raining, but we got a tarp, we got some tie down straps, and I'll make another video when we pick it up, if the guy will let me film in his shop. I know he's got a shop, and he might be kind of a reclusive dude, so I don't know, I haven't met him or talked to him yet. So yeah, that's that. Hi, Keenan's picking up the LS2.
Sure. Okay.
I think Ed?
Yeah.
Ed's had it for a year. It's like I said earlier, it's a 6-liter out of a 07 Vette. Put that computer in the truck. We checked it over. I think it's in good shape. Just gonna load it up now and get it to the house. It's alright. It's alright, look. It's loading it up. right, now we're gonna take it home. You ready to go? Keenan's excited. He's got a poker face on right now, but he's excited. Alright, got it out, got it home. Keenan's just kind of documenting the whole thing. That way maybe when we throw it back together we have a relative idea of where everything goes. So one of the harnesses is cut. I think I'm not 100% on where this one goes. I was thinking it was the transmission portion of the harness, but now that I'm seeing it, I don't think that that's right. This right here is the cam sensor. It's been cut. He's not gonna need this harness, so it's not too big of an issue. But I mean, this thing's I had thought it had 40,000 miles. According to the documentation on the CPU, it's got 36,000. So this has the 243 cathedral port heads on it. The GTO has the same heads on it. So, and like I said, he's gonna send these out and get them port and polished, probably by Texas Speed, unless he finds a local outfit that'll do it for him. We'll have to see when we get his engine out on how many of these sensors are going to be the same. If the map is going to be the same. The map sensor, I mean. So this has the, it's got the AC compressor. A lot of this stuff we're going to end up pulling off and then selling and then kind of going from there. It's got the this is the oil. We'll keep that plugged in. The that's probably the oil temperature sensor, I'm guessing. Let's see, where does this go? The starter mounts up right here, and then back here is the crank position sensor. That one's kind of a bitch to get to. That's what I'm struggling with on my car right now. That plug-in is right here. So it's actually pretty good timing. I should be able to go to school on where a lot of this stuff is plugged in on this engine and kind of look at the sensor on my harness and figure out where mine goes. He has the same coil packs as I do, where they're kind of all powered by this one center plug-in, and I'm not sure that the GTO's LS is going to have that same setup. It's not going to matter because we'll just pull the coil packs off the GTO and put it. They're all going to mount right onto the valve covers, the same as everything else. So that's not going to be an issue. That's cool. This whole alternator setup is, I believe, don't quote me on it, and usually most statements aren't very good when they begin with "I believe," but I do believe that the alternator setup like this is exclusive to the Corvette, maybe the Cadillac CT-SV from this same generation, I guess. But yeah, we'll get it stripped down, and then we'll get the heads off and get the whole harness off and that kind of stuff, and then make sure you get a good picture of this being plugged, and kind of like a reference of what it is you're taking a picture of. You don't so much need a close-up because you'll be able to zoom in.
Well, so I went like this, and then I got it like this, and then I went down like that, and from the back, and same thing on this side and the front. So I'm gonna have to.
We had to pull the manifolds off of it to be able to get the obviously to put it on the engine stand. And this thing has more fucking, this thing's got, I don't know what these, I guess these are the, I don't know if these are O2 sensors or if these are exhaust manifold temperature sensors or what those are, but it's got 2 on each manifold, which is overkill, I think. And then it's got the, it came with the LS2 fuel rail covers. That was in kind of some of the pre-pictures, I guess. But yeah, it's clean. I'm happy for you. What are you gonna do with it?
Fuck up people's Saturdays.
Fuck up people's Saturdays. That's been his. That's been everything he's been talking about.
Saturday nights, exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't blow this one up.
Well, it's a hot rod, so
Yeah, shit
that's
bound to happen.
that's it. Shit like that happens when you're having fun. So keep good oil in it. Keep good fuel in it. Make sure it's tuned right.
Definitely.
That's all you can do. Keep your foot out of it when you can stand to keep your foot out of it, and other times just stay in it. But yeah, I think that'll do us for today. I think I did mention that it's got the 243 heads.
Yeah.
Texas Speed might want a picture of that. I don't know. You can pretty much tell them it's coming. You know, they're being shipped there with the 243s, and they'll probably know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I don't know. It's leaking a little bit of oil, but I don't know what that's coming out of. The guy, when we checked, when we first went to go pick it up, he had pulled the oil pan off. It looks like the fucking oil filter's just
Bent all up.
damn demolished. So I don't know if maybe they had a hard time. Maybe they were trying to get that off of there. But I have to put a piece of cardboard down so I don't leak all over my freshly painted red fucking floor. So I think that that's probably where that's coming from. So no big issue there. So yeah. While you had the oil pan off, I ended up being able to see up into the cylinder walls. All those look real nice. Everything's in good shape. And, you know, I'll make a later video once we get the heads off, obviously, and we'll be able to clean up the pistons and that kind of stuff too. So yeah, this is pretty much everything. This is pretty much exactly how my engine used to look. So, you know, we got that, you know, the intake kind of has, you know, a bunch of residue in it and that kind of stuff. It'll focus. And all that'll just, you know, all that comes clean with a little bit of carbon choke cleaner and some elbow grease. But everything else is pretty much going to be about the same. You know, we'll get all of his brackets off, you know, the tensioner, and, you know, if he wants to paint his throttle body and if he wants to paint his power steering mounts, get all his mounts painted and all that stuff. Pretty painless, pretty straightforward. He had talked about maybe going with just straight clean black looking. So,
Probably,
you know, gloss black, you can't really go wrong with that. I might talk him into some wrinkle orange just because that's what Chevy is. So at least a couple accent pieces, even if it's just a valve cover or you know, just a couple small pieces. But yeah, we got it here.
Finally, we're here.
Yeah.
Been a minute. How long has GTO been down? What, about a month and a half?
So I think, I don't know if I made a video when you blew that up, but I know that I talked to Wes at Njuku about it might possibly be blown up, and then I don't remember when I came over to look at it,
Yeah.
and it was like, yeah, that's definitely a.
I'll say it's been down maybe 2 months.
And it's a relatively cheap fix. We'll have that, you know, we'll have it over here. We'll have the disassembly and all that stuff on there, but he had spun a rod bearing, going ham, doing a burnout, and you know, shit like that happens. So he had bought it. It's a used car, you know, it had 140 some thousand miles on it. It was past its prime, whereas this bad boy isn't even hit the home stretch yet. So this thing's pretty much going to be ready to go when he bolts it in, and he should be able to do burnouts and donuts and whatever the fuck else he wants to do without tearing too much shit up. Next thing that's going to blow up is going to be the transmission, though.
Hopefully not.
Then you got to find the transmission.
Then we fuck really.
So, yeah, it looks like this alternator's been pretty beat up. If it'll focus, yeah, I don't know. Looks like maybe it might have just rolled over onto that little plastic sheathing, but no big deal. No big deal at all. So yeah, we're both pretty excited about it. I don't know how many guys have ever got to go pick up an engine like this and get it back to their house and tear it down, but it's kind of a gearhead's kind of wet dream to be able to know that they have something to work on. And then it gets to the point where it's like, damn, I'm still working on it. That's kind of that's the fun. So yeah, that'll be it for today. It's fucking beer time. See you guys.